Happy Friday, everybody. We have some amazingly great news today to share on the elephant front. We have been working on Keystone, our documentary about elephants, and it's a worldwide topic. And this next story that we're going to share with you illustrates that perfectly. Great news, great news. So what we wanted to share with you today is, we have so many elephants in captivity. If you think about it, their origins are Africa, India, Sri Lanka, the areas around there, and then Thailand, and of course Asia, Laos, all the areas, Myanmar. So that's where elephants lived, and that's where elephants were part of the culture for thousands of years until Westerners decided maybe it'd be great if we had one of these in our town, and they started stealing them from Africa and stealing them from Asia. So you go to a zoo and you have an African elephant or you have an Asian elephant. Now, they're not supposed to be there at all, which creates a lot of zoochosis for them. And luckily, we always talk about the problems, but we have to talk about the solutions. And luckily, today's story illustrates the solutions. Great news. So a really amazing movie is called Free Billy, and it is on EcoFlix. You can watch it for free. Just go on to EcoFlix. And if you haven't been to EcoFlix, guys, check it out. It's an amazing channel filled with animal rights stories and really heartwarming, inspiring stories. Free Billy is a great documentary that follows the actual movement and freedom of Kavan, an elephant that was moved out of a zoo. Now, back when the movie was made, this was a very radical and challenging thing to get done. Now, it's a lot more open. People are now receptive to the idea maybe elephants shouldn't be in zoos. They are sentient beings. Well, one of the owners of the creator of EcoFlix, David Castleman, is an amazing guy. He is a retired trial attorney, and he put all of his passion into saving animals, especially elephants. So he's been very vocal about Billy. And Billy and Tina are two elephants that live in the Los Angeles Zoo. Now, David Castleman helped set up a refuge over in Cambodia for elephants to go to. And this is the great news. He has offered to pay to relocate Billy and Tina from the Los Angeles Zoo to a wildlife ethical sanctuary in Cambodia. And this is amazing because, elephants need to be where they understand. They're designed for their environments. They're designed to read, to communicate. We learned, like in Africa, that it's important how they go and they even break tree branches in their destruction as part of the path. We also learned that trees see them coming and warn each other about the elephants coming. I don't know if there's too much a tree can do. What are they going to say? Run, run. But anyway, they do. They communicate and say, elephants are coming. So elephants shape the landscape. And even in Africa, we saw there's a path, and that path is made by the elephants, and that path is used by every animal and people. It's really incredible. So one of the great things to do would be to get these elephants back to where they belong, where they live. The elephant problem in the West is a problem of concrete. The elephant problem in the East is a problem of chains and bullets. Right? They're being poached. They're being held captive for entertainment. In the West, they are just being held in zoos to sell tickets. And if you've ever seen an elephant in a zoo, you will see a shut down animal that is in what they call zoochosis. You'll see them pace. What is that? That means that they pace. You'll see they're like back and forth on their legs. They don't normally pace or shuffle from back and forth when they're out in nature. And one of the differences between seeing an elephant in a zoo that's doing nothing, just standing there trying to get out, wishing that there was a different world, knowing they're not in the right place, and seeing an elephant actually going out, eating, trimming, being a seed dispersal agent. Their job is to help us regenerate our forests. There couldn't be a more important job right now. So thank you, David Castleman, for this amazing offer. Now we'll have to see the LA Zoo. It comes down to that now. So David has offered, excuse me, to go ahead and move these elephants over to Cambodia into a wildlife rescue that is ethical and safe. And the good thing is the zoo is really having a big issue right now. So they don't have a lot of money. And, by the way, if you're in Los Angeles, you should check out In Defense of Animals. And and you can go to the In Defense of Animals website, and you're seeing it right now. This will keep you updated on the protests that they do, and they do them generally every Sunday at the Los Angeles Zoo. I'm going to try to be there this Sunday, so let me know if you're going to go also. Would love to see who's going to be over there. So this is, again, the best news, the idea of putting nature back to where it should be. It's like taking out a puzzle piece and taking out like maybe 7 puzzle pieces from a 1,000-piece puzzle to go into another table and trying to fit those pieces together. That's what elephants in captivity is. We need to put those puzzle pieces back into complete the picture that they're supposed to be in. They've never been meant to be in cement. Never. Let's see if we can play this clip of David Castleman and see if we can hear his offer that's going. Let's see.
So I am in the process of working with a team of people, and we
one
can
second. We can always got to get the
Tina with him, and we
always
can
have to get our
to Cambodia to have all the space and the most lovely existence.
Our gear together here. It's when you do live, you never know what's going to happen, right? So let's see if we can't find something good here. So David Castleman. Oh, here we go. All right.
So I am in the process of working with a team of people, and we can do this. We can create Billy, we can take Tina with him, and we can move them both to Cambodia to have all the space and the most lovely existence for an elephant you can imagine. All we need to do is convince the city council to just let him go. And this is no longer a situation where they can complain, well, we'd have to pay millions of dollars to send him to sanctuary. No, you don't have to pay anything. Just get out of the way. Let us take care of it. We'll have him crate trained in 30 days and on an airplane.
It's just such an unnatural and cruel situation for elephants. In the wild, they forage, they socialize, they walk as much as 50 miles a day. And yet, for 34 years, Billy has been in this tiny enclosure by himself.
It's time to act. It was time to act 30 years ago. Together we will continue, though.
Okay, so there we go. All right. So that was David Castleman. That was the first speaker there. And this is a very devoted team that goes out there. And they've been focused on elephants. And elephants in zoos are the breaking point where we can help elephants the most right now. The anti-poaching thing, that is a whole other realm. But if a society says we don't want elephants in captivity anymore, they're going to be moved. And it's all up to us to let the zoo know that we're not going to do this. This is actually stopping us from coming to your establishment. Not that any of us would probably go to a zoo anyway, but we need to show them. We have to remember we always hold the power, and we hold the power in our wallets. Revolution is spending money on the things you like and not spending money on the things you don't. Don't buy a ticket. It worked for SeaWorld. We were able to really boycott the ticket sales and make some changes. Of course, not as far as we'd like, but that's okay. We need to aim for the furthest we can, and that's going to get us on each step of the path. We can't think about one step. We have to think about the whole path. And only then do we start taking all the steps needed to get there. And we're seeing that happen right now. Ireland getting rid of their elephants. I believe England has banned the use of elephants in circuses. And hopefully soon everyone will understand that zoos are as bad as circuses. And that's something else we want to drive home. So let's get these elephants out of these zoos. And if we can, patron saints like David Castleman can try to get them back to their true homes. We have other sanctuaries here that are really good in America that we can get these zoos out. We can get these elephants out of these zoos. So we saw it with SeaWorld with the the tanks campaign. Now we need to get the elephants out. They're sentient, they're keystone, and they're being held captive. But we can change that. So thank you, David Castleman, for showing us and reminding us that this isn't where the elephants are supposed to be, and offering a solution to bring them back to what they know instinctually. All right, guys, that was our good news for the day. We're going to join you tomorrow. We're going to keep talking about good news with elephants. There's so much happening, and we want to bring it all to you. So I hope everybody has a great day. Thank you so much for joining. And in the comments, I would love to know, what is your memory of an elephant in the zoo? I mean, really, it's just a shape, right? Like, I mean, the zoos, what more can you get out of it? You just see them standing there. But to see them truly interacting, and you can go to our YouTube page, by the way, and see tons of footage of beautiful elephant interactions. Very natural. You know, we just wanted to show that. So let us know, what do you want to know about elephants? We want to talk more. We want this to be an exciting, interactive, and educational experience for everybody. We learn every time somebody asks a question, and we learn every time we start to investigate a new aspect. And there are so many. And this elephant project is growing and growing because the whole world understands we need to stop this and change this. All right. So I'm excited to see what you guys have to say. What more would you like to know about elephants? We'd love to hear more about it. If you'd like to support us, please click on the link and go to our Indiegogo campaign. We are trying to raise enough money to expand our story and really finish it in a way that will be able to offer it to higher level streaming services, which are more internationally based. That's the trick. They're not going to say on the local news that the elephants are suffering from zoochosis. They're going to say that a baby elephant was born, and go buy a ticket and go see it. So the first thing is, we have this wave of misinformation that we need to combat. And that's step one, you know. So we have to really work together. And this project offers us that possibility to unify, work together, and change the future for elephants forever. So if you can check out our campaign, reach out to us if you have any questions. We do need to raise money. We appreciate so far everybody that has donated. And we've talked to quite a few people that are going to be donating even more. And we want to thank you, everybody, for your support for these elephants. We want to get the story out. It's an international story. Let's get it as far as we can. We owe it to the elephants. All right, you guys have a great day. We'll see you tomorrow. And let us know more about your thoughts on elephants so we can keep talking.